Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. I want to talk to you guys today about things that have to do with your business, how to start your business, things that you need to do before you even begin starting your business, or if you have already started doing your business, these are a few things that might help you along the way to making it more legal, to making you get more people viewing your business, just things that have helped me gain traction over the past 3 months. So if you haven't started your business yet, I highly recommend, obviously, figuring out a name. Personally, when I was figuring out a name for Moon Custard, I just picked something. I was like, oh, the moon's pretty, moon. And then I was like, food. And out of kind of figuring out what was available, different foods that I personally liked, I came up with Moon Custard. So I picked something that I like, the moon, food, put it together, and I got Moon Custard. That's how I figured that out. I don't know how I figured it out. It just kind of happened. People always ask me what does the name mean? And I don't know. It just kind of happened one day. So something that kind of fit together, meshed together well, something fun, different. It just kind of worked together. So I highly recommend figuring that out first, because you don't want to pick some random name that you don't think is ever going to work with anything, or it's specific to one niche. You don't want to make, I've talked about this before in one of my other videos, you don't want to make your name too long because people won't remember it. People will look for your name and there could be thousands of different type of names. If you pick your name in stickers, there could be other people with that name. So I picked something that was unique, different, and short that I could put as a URL, something that was already available on Instagram for an Instagram handle, so that helped a ton. The next thing that you are going to need is a business license. So you could go a ton of different routes with this. You could become an LLC, or you could become a sole proprietorship. Personally, what I did is I went through the sole proprietorship route because an LLC is very similar, but it's different in a lot of ways. Sole proprietorship means everything goes under your name. That's the basis of it. An LLC is its own form, own business. So if you get sued, it's not falling under your name. So what you need as a sole proprietor is you need to do business as your name, and that's what you're paying for. I'm not an expert on that, so I can't explain everything, but personally, because of the way my business works, I went through a sole proprietorship. To do that, I just went on my website for the state that I live in, the government website, typed in sole proprietorship, and it listed off a ton of different ways to go about that, and then it sent me to the government's website of how to do that, to buy that. After all the costs, it cost me about $99 to do that. Another thing that you need to decide is what platform are you going to work on. Personally, I use Squarespace for my website. You can also work with Etsy if you're making handmade items or prints or stickers, whatever. It's a great way to form a small community. That is where I personally started out originally. I decided that I wanted to move away from Etsy because it is a little bit more difficult in the sense of money. They do take a percentage away from you, and I just feel like I wasn't being fairly paid for the content that I was making, so I decided to just go the more website route, and I use Squarespace. You could also use Shopify, Wix, there's so many different platforms you can use, and also I've seen people use Depop for original handmade items just so the payments can go through their own route. I know a lot of people use Venmo. I would recommend trying to stay away from that just because you want to have proof of the purchase. You can always have them write a note of what the purchase was, but I like to have the actual proof, the real receipts from a platform such as Etsy or Squarespace Commerce. So it's just a lot easier for me that way, but if that is a simpler route for you, then it's definitely an option. I've seen a ton of people be successful with that. It's really easy to find other creators on there, but for me personally, I just like the look of actually having a website, something that I can say I created this, I did this, and it just reflects myself and my brand as a whole. Another thing that you need to do before you even get any social media website platform is figure out your branding. Now for me personally, I am a graphic design major in college, so I graduated with an AFA in graphic design. So for me, it was really easy to do branding. I know color theory. I understand the basics of what colors look good together and what colors don't look good together. So for me, I was able to do a whole branding board on my own. I will link down below if you aren't like a graphic design person, but you want to kind of understand the process of how that works. I'll link below a really, really good video that personally helped me out like last year when I was trying to figure out my business, like, and my colors, branding, story, all of that. I'll link a really good video down below that helped me a ton figure that out. I personally did my own colors, brand story, fonts, everything. I figured that out all on my own just because of the background that I have. There are ways to pay for that. They are not cheap by any means, but if you personally just don't have the time to be able to spend on branding or branding story, I just recommend to hire somebody because it will work out better for you in the long run. But if you have the background to be able to do the colors, if you have the background to be able to work on your branding, it should work out for you. But if you want to be more professional and you don't have that background and you think that it might not work out for you, hire somebody. You can literally just look up on Pinterest like a branding designer and a ton of them will pop up. A ton of really great people are also here on YouTube, so check out YouTube videos from other people, just people that design websites that give advice. They also probably have websites where you can purchase a package and they will design a branding board for you. Packaging is a huge deal when it comes to your business. You want to make sure your packaging reflects your brand. So that's why I say you need to do a branding board first and then work on your packaging after, so that way you can put in all the concepts that you worked on through your branding into your packaging. Packaging is super, super important. It's a way for you to connect with your customer, thank them for their purchase, and just show your brand even more, because people want to post pictures of things that they got online. It's another way for you to get your name out there. I personally love Noissue for that fact. A couple things about Noissue that I just really want to talk about really quick. Something that like really caught my eye when I was ordering these items is that they actually plant a tree every order. Like, excuse me? A lot of the products that Noissue has is also recyclable, compostable, or reusable. So it's just something that you can reuse over and over again. You can recycle it, know it's going to the right place, not just being thrown in the trash. Or some of their stuff is also compostable, so it's easily broken down and won't sit in landfills for tons and tons of years. Another really great thing about Noissue that I didn't even realize until I was in the checkout process is that everything is free shipping, like worldwide free shipping. So even though you're paying more for a greater product, you don't have to pay for shipping costs. So I think that's a really good option. I know sometimes like when I'm ordering things online, it's like, oh, this is only like 20 bucks, but then it's like $30 in shipping because it's coming from like China. So I think it's cost effective in a way that they already have that price set. This is what you're paying. All you have to pay on top of that is possible tax if you live in an area that has sales tax, but you don't have to pay for shipping. It's already free shipping worldwide. I just want to show you really quick the items that they so graciously gifted me. So these are the cards that I designed with Noissue, and I love them. They have a nice gloss to them, but it's not too shiny. It's still pretty matte, but it has a nice like shine to it. And then on the back, this is for somebody who just wanted to use it as a reference. And on the back I have thank you, and then what I personally do is I write the person's name and I set it with their items, just so I know whose is who. And then on the bottom I have a little moon custard logo. This is actually the old logo, but I still kind of wanted to keep some of that branding aspect. This was a launch I did for my birthday last month, so I love these and they're so nice quality. Like, I made my own cards in the beginning just because it was really cheap, really easy to do. And if that's something that you're interested in, you can totally do that too. I just used like matte photo paper to create mine, but the quality of these are honestly worth it. Like, it's worth it. You get so many of them too, and I am just obsessed with the quality. And they feel nice. I don't know if that's a good explanation, but they feel really, really nice. I also designed a stamp with them. So this is what the stamp looks like. And it's so nice. They give you this huge ink pad as well, which is, I just love that. It'll like never run out, so I'm happy with that. But something I love about their products is the fact that I know that my customers will like the products too. This is something so easy that like you can get this card, it'll have your thank you note on the back, and then you can just hang this up on your wall. Like, I think that is a great way to be able to connect with your customer, because not only are they getting a personalized card by you, but also you're giving them something that they can put up on their walls, decorate their room, keep and actually like it. It's like giving them a free product. Thank you, Noissue, for sending me these products. I really, really appreciate them so, so much. The last most important thing that I think everybody needs to take hold of is social media. Social media has become this huge thing for so many people, not even just businesses, but people in general. Like, we have influencers now, like just normal people just living their lives, and they're making money by just like living their lives and getting sent products. I think it's a great idea to take a hold of social media as a whole and just look at it and be like, what can I do with this? Personally, I use YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and TikTok for my social media. So 5 different social medias that I use to promote my items. The number 1 or 2, I guess I should say right now, is Instagram and TikTok. TikTok has boosted my sales so much. Like, even just showing products in like cute aesthetic ways have made my products sell so much more. And the way I know this is because A, my website actually shows where my traffic comes from, and third-party apps show up on there. And also I can see, because on my TikTok I have a discount code for people that buy directly from TikTok. So I can see that code being used, and it's been used more than other codes that I have that are available. So I think in the long run, TikTok is a great place to be able to post your stuff, because there's more people from around the world seeing it. There's people that might not have ever seen it on Instagram with hashtags, because personally, I don't look up hashtags. I think that TikTok is a great platform to be able to spread more of your stuff, so people can come look at your Instagram and possibly see something they want to buy, or even just give you a follow and buy something later that you might be creating. I just think it's a good idea to be on multiple platforms, so you're not just keeping it basic, putting it on one place. More people can see it that way, because not everybody uses Instagram, not everybody uses TikTok, not everybody uses Depop, not everybody uses Twitter, not everybody uses Facebook. Like, having multiple platforms is a good way for people that might not have other platforms to be able to see your work, be able to connect with you even better. And personally, on all my platforms, I have 2 different Instagram accounts. One is my personal, and then one is my art account. So if you maybe don't want to follow my art stuff, you can follow my personal stuff, and you can enjoy seeing what I'm doing in my life, or the other way around. I hope this helped some of you guys figure out things that you need to do for your business, because I know when I first started out, there was a ton of questions that I had, and if you have any questions, leave them down below. I also have another video that I will put up here somewhere, wherever that thing pops up, that I filmed a few weeks ago about questions that you guys had. So if you have questions, it might have already been answered up there as well. But let me know here, DM me on Instagram if you have any questions. I love you guys so, so much, and I am so, so thankful for each and every one of you. Thank you again to Noissue for gifting me and sending me and collaborating with me with these items. I'm so appreciative of you guys out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you for helping me with that, and working with me for a while on creating the products. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.